monetize. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dave Drakes, and we are back with your favorite podcast in the entire world. It's Inside the Rig, the team Unfiltered, and I'm joined by our producer extraordinaire, the man with all the flavor in the world, the guy that we just couldn't do all this without. It's the one and only Jackson. Next time, what's up, dude?
What's up, Dave? Dave, I'm going through it here, man.
Under the weather, bud?
Dude, I'm so sick right now. Like, it is no joke. I hope Cade is having fun teaching, Fidel Castro how to keep his index fingers on the controls coming out of the corner this week.
Keep the knees back.
Whatever war criminal that they're training at the Moto Academy this week, I hope they're having fun because I am so sick right now. It hurts.
They better be having a blast.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's too good. Yeah. Cade's teaching the youth of the world right now and how to be better motocross racers. So
he's training border patrol. He's helping ICE, I believe. They're learning how to dirt bike to better take down, infiltrate the gangs of Detroit.
Oh my gosh. Here we go. Funny.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, everybody. So we're back, and of course, we couldn't do it without our amazing sponsor, the great people over at partzilla.com. If you guys are looking to get your rides hooked up, whether you're on the track or trail, 2 or 4 wheels, head over to partzilla.com. They can get you your OEM parts and aftermarket accessories in a jiffy. And not only that, but their team of experts is going to hook you up the right way. Head to partzilla.com. Their stuff is usually always in stock, arrives fast, and you're going to love it. I promise you. I myself am a Partzilla customer, as well as thousands and thousands and thousands out there. And top teams trust them, like the team PRMX that we talk about. So please make sure you guys support them because they support us. And of course, if you want to get behind the scenes, if you want to attend a race, there's just the average fan, somebody who's passionate. TheCollectiveXP.com, we can get you the best VIP and fan experience program in the world. We specialize in getting people behind the scenes like never before, behind the velvet rope, helping teams, and also hired onto those teams through our amazing industry-shaking internship program. TheCollectiveXP.com, at TheCollectiveX on Instagram. We are open from Supercross, outdoors, SMX, you name it. You want to do it any time of the year, we got you. Jackson, we've had quite a few races that shook down. Last week we had a chance to talk to one and only crew chief for PRMX, Mr. Steven.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. Super, super good guy. I feel like when I talked to Steven about this, you can't find a bad person on the team to talk to. I feel like everybody has tons of personality, super, super positive. They are passionate. They love what they do. For what it's worth, Julian is great at finding good, cool, super hardworking talent. Maybe Cade's the exception. Maybe he's the one that kind of snuck through, and Julian just felt like he was a charity case and was like, we'll bring the guy on the team. But he gave us his insight. Steven did.
He was a vet minimum. They signed him a vet min contract. Bring him in.
There we
go. He's like the quarterback that you just kind of still have under contract while you bring the new ones in, get them up to game speed. But then as soon as they're there, you're kind of out to pasture. Cade is like the Drew Bledsoe to PRMX's Tom Brady.
I was thinking Bledsoe in my mind. Oh, that's so good. That's why you're my boy, dude. And we talked to Steven about his insight into the season so far. We even talked a little bit about the star versus everybody else debate and if their bikes are that much better and how close the other guys are. Cool. But I want to talk to you and get your insight because we've been talking in a couple of weeks. How do you think the racing's shaped up so far? Are there any big headlines that stuck out to you and that you were like, man, we got to get rapping about this?
Dude, I don't know if we've talked about this on this show before, but like Supercross and motocross is the sport as a whole is just such a game of windows, you know, when you come onto the scene, when you hit your prime, like when you're at your fastest, it's so incumbent on who is also in your class. And it's tough because not to just go right to the biggest names in the sport, but dude, Deegan, he has every right to talk every bit of crap that he wants to talk The fact that he's waltzed into the 450s, and no one except for these two kids that were grown in a lab in the mines of Australia has anything to say about it.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that him tucking the front at Washougal. Number one, I love that it happened because I don't put it past him that if he did get ahead of both those guys, that he wouldn't have done some dumb shit. You know, like if he stayed up front for half a lap, Jet and Hunter are faster than him. You know, they're gonna get around him. But if as soon as that happened, I can see him just picturing the T-shirt sales in his head of like, if I T-bone them right now, like I could get another car. You know, like I do feel like that's the math he's doing while he's doing laps.
Seriously.
So I'm glad that I like. Sounds bad. I like that he tucked his front in a way that like I get back up. I got, what was he, 4th or 5th at Washougal? What did he come back to in that first moto? It was top 5.
Come back to 4th.
I think it was 4th.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
the fact that he even cracked the top 15, because going all the way back to like the teens, that's when you start like, dude, Cooper Webb, multi-time Supercross champion. You're back there with Ferrandis, dude. Like Ferrandis has been top 5 a few times, so maybe I'm eating my words. But it's just the guys that he's back there battling with, a lot of them have titles, and majority 450 titles. Yeah. So I talked to Steven about this last week. I'm pretty sure the ride he had at Millville was one of the all-time Millville rides. I put him up there with Stu, and I put him up there with Ken Roxon when he sliced through the pack whatever year he won the title for the H&H team. But I can't doubt that. You can't knock him for talking his crap, because like, dude, he's
have
falling
you seen that
up.
LeBron clip where he's at the free throw line and he's like, "You can't say it. Anyone else can say that. You can't say it.
You can't say it." Yeah,
Deegan can do that to everyone down that starting gate, except for those.
Those two red bikes.
Say it. They can say it. They can say it to me right now because they're the only two that can take me. And like even that, they're taking him like handed. Like it's not even a like. If Deegan wasn't there, like I feel like the 450 class owes Deegan a debt of gratitude. That it's like, man, if that kid wasn't here, like evenly bridging the gap between 4th place and 1 and 2, that 1 and 2 to 3rd gap would be monstrous, and we would look like fools back here. And that's with Hunter after a heartbreaking Supercross loss and Jet on one leg.
Which is so insane to me. Yeah. And any other time you would look at that and be like, so if we took Deegan and we put him in 2007, 2012, 2015 or whatever, 2017, 2020, 2021, could you make a claim that he is taking the class?
Dude, like I think about not like I never want to get into the game of like saying things that it sounds like you're putting riders down.
Yeah, which we're not in the business of, for sure.
Go through the list of people who have 450 moto title. Like Ferrandis won a moto title.
Yeah.
And Zach Osborne won a 450 moto title. And that's not saying that these guys aren't absolute dogs and didn't earn every bit of that, but it's like it's just crazy that like the guys that they were battling, they're older, but like Deegan's come in and beat all of them.
Yeah. It's a very interesting time, especially for someone like that. Like I almost feel bad for Deegan. Like, dude, your work ethic, the team you're on, the way you have yourself set up, your mentality. Because I mean, we're so used to kids coming into the sport and they have a ton of hype, ton of speed. They crash out. They're washing the front a lot. They're making a lot of mistakes. And he doesn't. I can't really put him into that camp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The mistakes he's had over the past couple of years since he's been pro, they're not nearly as prevalent as we've seen pros, before him that made the pro debut. So I can't put him in that camp. But like, I almost feel bad. I'm like, dude, any other era, you would have had a Dungey run where it's like, Dungey didn't lose like 4 straight championships he competed in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he went from 250 Supercross and outdoor right to 450 title, right to a 450 outdoor title. You know what I mean? So I almost feel like, dude, you're any other time, but you just came in a time where we had some fast Australians. Um, I did
Dude,
ask Steven. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
no. I want a full, like, we've done all right. We've talked about the big names. Let's
Yeah.
get a PRMX update. Let's, like, how are the boys feeling? Like, dude, they're
Yeah.
dogging it out in the heat of
Yep.
summer. Like, I want
So
to
I
hear
was
about
I was
how they're
I
doing.
was getting to that. Yep. The
I'm gonna
cool
be
thing
sniffling in the mic, and there's just nothing I can do about that, unless you just
we
want
it's okay.
snot running down my entire face right now.
Yeah, probably not. We that might demonetize a video or something like
Different
that.
kind
But
of monetize. Yeah.
different kind of monetize. Um, yeah, I was talking to Steven. I was like, man, has the whole Cowie thing that's going on with Sexton, that whole tumultuous relationship and is being very public, has that soured a lot of people's opinion of Cowie for other teams? Do you see it in the dealers? Do you see it trickling down? And he's like, dude, honestly, I don't. I still think Cowie's just as strong as it was. I don't see it negatively impacting. And I'm like, okay, cool. So that leads me to believe the riders still have confidence. They still believe in their bikes, and their bikes are super, super good. If one of the riders, if you were to tell me tomorrow, like, okay, Julian's gonna have fire somebody, he's gonna go on a podium streak with this exact same bike, I don't think I would like bat an eyelash, dude. I'd be like,
No,
oh yeah, cool.
absolutely not.
His bikes can handle it. I think Washougal was a really, really good ride for Mitchell. Not He had a really good ride. I think it was High Point, but dude, he was running top 10 for, I mean, for a while, dude.
Yeah,
He ended up
long time.
12th, 11th or 12th overall, and that's in a class that is just ripe with talent and titles, dude. Like Mitchell literally looked like a class act out there. I've seen sparks of brilliance from Hamden. Like Jack, I'm hearing is just he's such a dog when it comes to the practice days. I think it's like that mental switch, and we see it with a lot of riders, and I mean, riders at any level. We're all prone to this, where practice feels like nothing, nothing to lose, nothing to gain, so you're able to be more comfortable and let everything go and just ride. Race days, a lot more hype, a lot more nerves, sketch you, and I feel like it's only a matter of time before we start seeing that out of Jack. And then they have Liam that made his 250, um, I guess debut for the year, outdoors, and that was a pretty strong showing too. So the
Awesome.
boys are looking good, Jackson.
Yeah.
I don't see.
Is this like the longest, like, everyone always wants to, like, kind of crown the next generation, and
Mhm,
they wait, like, like what we're talking about, like what's happened with Deegan, like, coming up and
yeah.
immediately just beating, like, you know just not only, like, older icons of the sport, but just, like,
Mhm,
like, even the guys that graduated the 250s before him, like the previous few years, like Hampshire
yeah.
and Smith and those guys.
Mhm.
Yeah, like, is this the longest that it's taken for a full, like, changing of the guard?
That
Like,
is a great question because yeah, dudes aren't really bowing out.
they're not bowing out,
They're
but
not, dude.
like, they're not being forced to. Like, I feel like,
Yeah.
other than the big names, obviously, that we've talked about and everybody talks
Mhm.
about, Jet Hunter, Deegan now. It's like, other than that, like, there hasn't been this, like, kind of graduating class that's, like, moved up and has, like, kind of put the old guys out to pasture. It's kind of just been
Yeah.
like it's still always the same. Like, the last few preseasons, I just feel like if you take the last 5 years of
Mhm.
supercross and motocross preseason shows, when
Mhm.
people have their picks and here's who we expect to be leading, it's been the same. It feels like it's been the same names for, like, almost 10 years.
Yeah, yeah, we've been talking about Tomac for quite a while, dude. Like
Yeah.
Tomac, Roxon, Webb. I mean, I think I think we are, instead of seeing like a full, almost like a class shift where it's like, oh yeah, that was a class of '08 to 2012. They all retire at the same time, or at least majority, and now we have this new wave. We're not going to see it uh as like big of groupings of
Yeah.
retirements. I think it's almost gonna be like little spatterings like we have it now, where like yeah, the old guard's still gonna be there, but we're gonna throw in a Cooper, Justin Cooper. We're gonna throw in a Deegan. We're gonna
I
throw in
guess
a Hunter. You know what I mean?
part of that is we did go through, I would say even like the late 2000s to, whenever Reed retired, we went for a long time
Mm,
of like very young, successful retirees.
yeah.
Not Reed, but
Yeah.
like Reed was like that era of like,
Hmm.
Villapoto, Dungy, Stu, like a lot of
Yeah.
like we're done with this before 30, you
Hmm.
know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's kind of why it's skewed in my head, but it just it feels like it feels like one of those TV shows, that has been going on since the 70s and they just update the
Mm,
cast every now and then. And it's like, man, we've
yeah.
been working with this cast for a while. And that's not a bad thing. Like, dude,
Yeah.
shouts to them
Yeah.
that they're still. And I wonder how much of that has to do with just like knowledge of like how to train and when to train and like the way
Hmm.
that they go about like prepping these athletes' bodies. Like, I feel like everybody's stories of how they train for seasons and during the seasons, 20 years ago and earlier, or not 20 years ago, but like kind of in those Dungy, Villapoto, it's like it's so much off the bike training, so much on the bike training, and now you hear the vets in our sport have a lot more say of like, I'm not riding this week, I'm racing this
Yeah.
weekend, but I'm not riding this week. Like, there's no
Yeah.
need.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking just to talk, Dave.
No. I kind of agree with you. Like I think there are so many variables that account for that. You know what I mean? And even somebody like a Cade, or like dude, like Mitchell. Mitchell's been in it for a while, and he's
Yeah.
still competitive. He's still in it. I think training's gotten better. I think there's been a lot more emphasis on recovery. I think it's more acceptable now to take that time and be like, dude, I ain't riding this week, dude. I'm tired. My back hurts, and we're gonna come out for the races and do what we have to do. I think there's a lot more respect towards that. Whereas in the, couple 10, 15 years ago, dude, if you weren't training like a dog, people were calling you out. Look at what happened with Lawrence and Hill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, oh, they're jokers. They're not training. They're not doing this.
I
And it's like,
gotta
dude,
I gotta
come
go
on.
blow my nose. I'll be right back. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, you're good. You're good. You're good.
You talk.
No, you're good. But yeah, no, it's a lot of that. I think we don't see today. And please, in the comments, tell me if I'm out to lunch. If me and Jackson are just not, we're not privy to something else that's going on. But I think that a lot of the rigors of the grind of moto, I think, just that, white knuckle, if you're not riding full motos every single day, you don't really want this, you're not a real rider. I think a lot of that's gone out the door, and there's more efficient and effective training that's happening today, which is allowing us to see Tomac continue to ride for the 30th season, to see, Roxon win a supercross title. So I think there's a lot of sick positives.
Yeah, dude, you're
Yeah, no,
dead on.
yeah,
I want to
so
point out that I've filled in for both Dave and Cade so far on this podcast, and I don't know if
you
you
have.
know this, Dave, but
Mhm,
uh, I filled in for Cade
mhm.
first. You know, white man,
Okay.
and my pay reflected that, and then I filled in for you, and it was exactly 3/5 of what I got paid when I filled in for
Oh,
Cade. And I
jeez.
don't want to put that on anyone. I don't know if there's HR. I feel like you should maybe,
Voice of
people
concern.
voice a concern. People only lose when, you know, the people don't talk.
When we don't talk
People
about
say
it, exactly.
people say
Yeah.
don't talk. You're not allowed to discuss your wage with the other employees. And I want to tell you that that is just to keep the cats fat, Dave. All right. And I'm not saying, I don't want to say it's any one specific person's
In
fault.
particular, I don't think it's any certain mountain biker's fault that used to be professional supercross racer. I don't think it's any.
No,
We're not pointing
absolutely
fingers
not.
here.
But I
We're
do
not
want to
pointing
say
fingers
I
here.
am glad that Cade is away this week.
Oh, dude, I do
But I
miss
will
Cade,
share
man.
2 of those fifths with you this week. If
Thank you,
that's
buddy. I appreciate
yeah,
that. Means the world. Means the world.
uh,
Oh, goodness, have a good time. Um,
Dave, I want
yeah,
to. We like talking old moto.
we do.
We like talking old Mike. We didn't discuss this beforehand. I do have
Mhm.
one blind ranking for you tonight,
Okay.
but it's not moto related. So if you want to do one, I don't know if you had a game in mind, something that we could do.
Well, I do, because we are smack dab in the middle of probably the biggest amateur race in the world, right?
Okay.
I do want to go through a quick, like, we hear all the time about like certain stuff, right? Like, Loretta's isn't what it used to be. And I've even gone on record saying, I think Loretta's is awesome. I think it's a prestigious, incredible event. I do think you can be a successful professional racer without doing well at Loretta's. If you show up there and you do great, awesome, dude. It's more power in your corner. But there are so many avenues to being a successful pro, other than just I won Loretta's 18 times and I was the winningest kid on the KX65 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I think there's so many cool avenues. I've seen some awesome racing this week. I don't know if you've had a second to watch some highlights, but
Not
buddy,
even a minute. But I want to talk about a little. We've talked about this before. What is your take on former pros crashing the gate? Not crashing the gate, but open pro
party.
sport. I saw Zacho taking home some hardware this week.
Yep.
I saw Phil was there. Weimer. There's some guys that have made their living. They made a career out of moto.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I genuinely don't. I'm completely, maybe this is good. Maybe everyone doesn't. Maybe there's people out there that don't know. Explain to the people, how does it work, Dave? Do you have to be out of pro racing for a certain amount of time before you can go back and qualify for Loretta's?
To be honest with you, that is a really, really good question. I'm not sure of the specifics. I know if you're a ex-pro, you're more than welcome, or you're invited to race the pro sport. I don't know how they're allowed in, or why they're allowed in the 25 plus, the 30 plus.
Is there prize money involved in each class?
This year,
or is it just hardware?
I think this year Flo was putting up $1,000 for every moto win. So, and then I think it's like 500 for second and like 250 for third or something.
Okay, so how would you feel, Dave, if you lined up 30 plus, okay, and let's, Kevin Windham, you're ready, and then he pulls up on the gate beside you. And like, Dave, you're going to take it. You were going to take it. But now you're dealing with this other guy who's going to, he's going to take your mom out to dinner and beat you on the track.
Yeah, I would. And that's what I'm saying. I would be livid. And I think I even texted you and I was like, should we try to make our little run at Loretta's next year?
We should,
and then,
absolutely.
And then when I see that, I'm like, wait, hold on. You mean... I'll do the 50. I'll identify as a PW50.
Yeah, everyone's up in arms. Yeah, the moto community would be up in arms if you identified as a female, but if you identified as I'm under 11 years old and I'm
racing the 60 class,
yeah, and I'm gonna kick. I'm gonna kick.
Yeah. I'm one of those unruly kids. I thought about it. I'm like, dude, I look at the results this year and I'm like, you mean at an area? You run the risk of like, Zach Osborne, who won 450 titles like 3 years ago.
Not long ago.
It was like 3 or 4 summers. Like, it's like, are you kidding me?
So
dude, like, won, seriously.
Then you're lining up to so if there is okay, here's the thing. I think that's a cool part of our sport. You're not going to get that anywhere else.
For sure.
But dude, they should not be eligible for especially hardware, flip a coin. Yeah. But prize money, dude, you are a okay, let's paint a picture, Dave. Okay, close your eyes. Put on some meditation. All right,
let's go.
All right, everybody, if you're driving right now listening to this, I want you to close your eyes.
Don't listen to him. Please don't listen to him.
Push the pedal as far as you can. Doesn't that feel good? You're floating now. Okay, so Dave, we're going through a mental exercise. All right, close your eyes. I'm gonna do it too. All right.
Okay.
You're a father. You have one son.
Yep.
You have a girl. You have a daughter. All right, and she's a little too white, but you don't want to rock the boat. So you're fine. It's fine. She's fast. She's fast. She's qualified. Okay.
Yep.
She qualified. You went to another area before your area for her to qualify. And she did, right? Like first one, she qualified. And you're like,
Boom,
awesome.
ran.
Well, we have this other race coming up.
Yep.
Why don't I throw my hat in the ring? I want to, you know what? I still got my bike, you know? Dad still got it.
Not?
Let me show my wife I still got it.
Yeah.
All right? Take the prize money,
myself.
get her some bolt-ons. Let's see what happens. Let's get some upgrades in this.
Let's get some upgrades, dude.
Let's see. Let's check out Partzilla. See what they got.
They're gonna be branded.
You input the make and model, and you see what they have. Their part selection is incredible. So we're gonna check. You put the make, model, and year. All right,
and you're good to go.
Yeah, 87. You know, 1987. All right.
87.
87. Let's see what parts they got. Oh, look at that. You know, $1,000 slip on. You know.
Oh my god.
Make it a little quieter.
So funny.
Make it a little, you know. That's If I win my class at Loretta's, boom, I'm going straight to Partzilla.
Make it a little quieter.
In fact, save me a step. Give me a Partzilla, gift card. Save me a step. Don't make me
just make it easier. Yeah.
Money.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you're okay. Close your eyes. You're driving to Loretta. You did it. You qualified. Your daughter qualified. She qualified in the boys class. All right.
Super proud.
She's ripping.
Yep.
You know, you're on the way there. Flat tire, of course. Flat tire.
Some gas.
Conspicuous charges on the credit card because you're driving across state lines. Who knows what's going on? You know, what is there a rally going on? You know, they're trying to shut you down.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, you're at your limit. All right, your credit card's not working anymore. Change tire. You get there. You finally get there. You're late. You are as far away from Loretta Lynn's. You think you're closer to your house than you were when you left.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You get in late. You pull in. You are not in the nice end of the pits. All right. I'm sorry, but there's 5 trailers and 4 teeth. All right. And you're
shared between all of them.
Shared between all of them. They pass them around.
Oh, Lord.
You know, we are talking fireworks, not even close to 4th of July. All right. And they don't know it. You go line up.
Okay.
You're like, you know what? We made it. We're here. But you know what? I've put in the work. All right. Yep. I even brought my exercise bike.
Yep.
That, you know what? 11 months of the year, we use it to dry laundry. But
not for this month.
Not this month. This
month,
taking
it serious.
Here. It's under my tent. I got my boots on. I got new boots for this.
Of course.
I got new boots. You know, I'm on the bike. Got the headphones on. I'm doing my best Chase Sexton impression.
Here we go.
Yeah, dyed the hair. All right, pull up.
Okay. Yeah.
Pull up to the starting gate. Hey, I good poker chip. A 4th pick. Not bad.
Ooh,
not first.
That's
not first. But not bad. Almost better.
Almost
you
like
see where those first guys go. I'm gonna go a little bit on the inside of those guys. Maybe a little room. A little closer to the doghouse.
Yeah.
All right. How are we feeling? Oh, the spots beside me still empty. That's weird. You know what? I'm not gonna worry about it because I'm riding my race and I know what I'm here to do. Right? I want to make my wife proud. I want to make my daughter proud.
100%.
I want that slip on.
Here we go.
Okay. That's all I can think about. Eyes on the prize. Shaking the goggles out. In the time it takes you to pull the goggle strap over your head to the perfect, we're right down the middle. What are we doing? What are we running? What helmets we running at PRMX? What do we got? What's the?
Well, I think the boys are running Arise over there.
Dude, of course they are. They're the best.
And they got Arise, and I think they're
perfect little goggle. We're not gooning out here. We're not.
Oh,
the goggles strap.
We got the perfect,
it's not high. We look factory. You wouldn't know.
100%,
You wouldn't know. Some excavating company on my jersey. Hell yeah, dude. You know.
Let's go.
In the time it took you the moment that your vision's blocked, that you pull the
Mhm.
goggle strap over, get set, pull a
Yep.
tear off, because you don't know what that does, but you've seen the pros do it. You see the pros do it, Dave.
And I'm
The
feeling like
race
I'm
hasn't
pro right
started. They're
now.
pulling
Yeah.
3-4 tear offs.
Yeah.
Why
Yep.
wouldn't I do that? I'm him right
Exactly.
now. I'm Timothy
Exactly.
Chalamet.
100%.
And then you look to your left and you just see a guy say, F you, man. And you're like, that's filthy Phil. What the hell? Like, all right. But, he's older. He's not going to risk it.
Yeah.
You look to the other side. Who do you see? You see Jake Weimer?
Ooh.
He pulled up beside you. And now listen, again, you're thinking, he's older. He doesn't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
And then you look over there. Who's watching? His buddy Ryan Villapoto.
Oh.
He's not racing, but he's watching. And you know that Weimer in front of Villapoto, in front of his homie, isn't going to just get beat.
Yep. He got something to prove.
That stuff, the next time they're on pulp, you're like, remember when you lost to that guy who thought he was factory at Loretto? Dude, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you get squeezed off right off the jump. You fight back to an honest fourth. And then you find out, wait, Zacho was on the line too?
And
1, 2, 3, that's what it is. And you think, my prize money went to the, you battled a fourth. You battled a fourth place. Your prize money goes to 3 guys to what? What are they going to do? Phil's going to buy, Zacho's going to buy a boat. Another, it's just fuel for his boat.
Yeah.
Weimer, he seems, he like comes across as like an off the grid guy, probably some like shotgun shells or something.
Yeah.
Phil's going to buy Marlboro Reds for a 12-year-old. I don't know,
Okay.
And then, dude, and that's not even the worst part. Then you got to drive home. You got to drive home with these people that you made stay an extra 3 days so that you can get your ass wiped by these guys who made a living doing this thing that you're doing after work. And you got to work tomorrow. Boss is furious. You said, yeah, I'll be back. And you weren't back yet.
Dude. Oh my, yeah. You painted the picture exactly like what I wanted to say. It's like, I 1000% think it's super dope that those guys come back to the ranch. However, if I was any one of those guys in the 25 plus or 30 plus, and I had to look over and Zach Osborne is freaking revving his bike out, I'm going to be like, you know what? Pull me off the gate, sit in the alternate. What am I going to do? Like, what am I going to hold up and hold off Zach Osborne? Come on.
You know what they could do is they could make it its own event. When these guys come back to the ranch, it's like, we're doing a 5-lap race. All the X, like the pro, like, if you know their name, they shouldn't be racing with guys who you don't know their name.
Or at the very least,
do a blood sport 125 race with those guys.
Yeah. At the very least, only allow them in the pro sport classes, open pro sport and 250 pro sport, because that way the kids that are coming up or that are in those classes, which let's be honest, half those kids have factory rides anyway. They've been racing or at least training with the factory guys.
Those guys, they should have
done
their own starting gate. They should have their own water fountains. Like it should be separate but equal.
Exactly. Separate but equal. But but yeah, dude, 100%. I think it's cool for, Carson Wood, who's already raced 3 nationals, which is crazy. I'll get to that point in a second. But it's super cool to be like, oh, I get a chance to test my mettle on what I've been training against these guys that have literally like won Supercross titles. That's super cool.
Absolutely.
I think that's cool
for about 30 feet.
Exactly. But
when you're like, God damn it.
These guys are fast.
They still know Mitch Payton. Like that. At the end of the day, it's like, dude.
They still know Mitch.
Yeah.
It's cool for the first 30 feet until you're like, are they running an extra gear? What the heck, dude?
That pipe is a very different color than any pipe I've ever seen.
I don't even know what the color that is, dude. If you're 25 plus, 30 plus, you should not have to race those guys. And that's not even that, dude. Andrew Short is in that class.
Dude, are you kidding me? There should be like a check, like a box that you check. It's like, are you currently employed, and does your family eat off of you being currently employed? And if you check yes, it's like, you don't have to race those guys. You're over here.
Yeah, exactly. maybe like a X Pro class or open class or whatever it is. But yeah, I think it's crazy. I also think it's insane to allow the amateur guys to race 3 or 4 pro nationals and still be considered amateur. I think that is
Yeah. Oh,
really that's
get out of here.
so weird and stupid. Like if they're gonna race a pro nat, you're now a professional racer. You can't come
Yeah.
back, and it's like number one, it's not fair. You have that experience, and oftentimes the kids that do that and can afford to do that are on factory teams only or have some sort of
I don't
amazing support
understand
that not
how
everybody
it
can
can
have.
be like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like to me,
Yeah, that's what it
it's a
feels
can of
like.
soda. If you
Yeah,
crack a can of soda, that's open. It's
that's
done.
it.
You
Yes.
can't
Yep.
put it like the seal can't be. It's done. Like you raced a pro national. You're not an amateur. Like it's weird. It's a weird thing.
I 100% agree. Yeah, I think it's nuts. Yeah, I don't like that rule, and I think it should be gone away with. Also, if we're on another rant, I think it is a little weird that we have so many of the I feel like the same classes for the 85s. There's like the mini senior 2, mini senior 1, super mini 1, super
Yeah.
mini 2. Like, come on, dude. Do we really need and like most of
This
those classes are all
Loretta
big wheel
Lynn's could be
classes.
one. It could be a day. Just
Just one
it's
day.
just bike size.
Or
Each
or
bike gets
like
a 40-minute moto. Just
or
bang
mash
it
it
out,
up
and
to
that's
where
it.
like like bring back the older classes where it was like 85 under 85 over, and then you've got the modified versions of both of those. You've
Yeah,
got super mini and then maybe a mini senior or something like that,
dude. And
one.
also, I want the same way that they tried to do like what was it, like the steroid Olympics, dude. I
Yeah.
want a cheater class. I want a full I want some of these like crackpots in you know that live off the grid on the Georgia Florida line that have never been to a bike dealer in their life, cooking up shit in their garage. I want to
Yeah.
see them race. Just have a just you have your like your stock, your mod, stock mod, all those classes, and then you have
Mhm.
your other. And this is the home builds. I want to see. Let's start pushing the limits of what
Let's see some
these
bikes with wood on
bikes.
them. You
Dude,
still keep them
I
together,
want
dude.
materials that you've never heard of on
Yeah.
bikes you've never seen. All
See,
right.
there we go, dude. That would be sick, dude. That would be
Yeah.
awesome. One thing that I do like about Loretta's is the moto dads get so
Oh yeah.
insane. And
Oh
like
yeah.
last year, look at the fights that broke out in the PW class. And it's like the smaller the bike you go, the more nuts the
Oh yeah.
families are, which is insane to me. I'm like, why do we even have a PW class there, dude? I think it's cool, but also it adds so much craziness to everything. And you can't really mod those bikes out to even get around the track the proper way.
No.
Half those, I mean, yeah,
They
what
should
what
have their own
what you have to
separate
do to
straight rhythm track. Just
yeah,
a
yeah,
PW
right.
50 straight rhythm.
Straight
Just put it
rhythm,
at the
yeah.
one end of the parking lot. It's like that's where they're racing all
That's
week.
where that's where it
Give them
is.
all a medal.
Yeah. I mean, the things that those guys have to change for those things to get around the track, dude, they're changing bearings. They're like gusseting the frame, bars, foot pegs. Like there's so Cycle Works has to do their work, dude, to get those things to be able to get around that track. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's crazy. There's a lot of like 125 or 250C junior. Do we really need that class? Come on. Do
No.
we need to see? Do we need a
No.
C
We don't.
class
We don't.
at Loretta's?
Unless you open up, you make like you have a bookie on site and have open gambling.
Yeah, or bring back the A classes then. Separate the A and the Open Pro Sport then. You know what I mean? Like do something like that. But yeah, I think it's crazy. However, we went on a rant. The racing has been awesome. It's been super cool. Now that I kind of got some skin in the game for like the 65 and 50 classes, I've been watching a lot of those a little bit more closely, and competition for those kids, man, it's just every year it gets more and more insane. So, I think it's been cool to see some of those kids come through, like looking at like Lloyd and Yamina Burning and watching her just absolutely lay the wood to these dudes, and that's been super sick. JJ got herself a moto win in the
Hell yeah.
women's WMX class.
Shout out JJ.
Shout out JJ. We're seeing a lot of people from Canada and the Northeast that are representing out there,
Shout
which
out.
is dope. And every class I watch, Jackson, it's more and more like I don't know if I do the same sport that I think I do. because these guys make it
Absolutely
look
not.
way different than
Absolutely
when
not.
I'm on the
Also,
bike,
not
man.
only do I not do it, I want no part of it.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Dude,
exactly. I don't want to. I don't want to have to deal with
I
any of that
want to
stuff. But
be. I want to be the guy. I want to be a trail rider. I
yep.
want to be in the woods with a big gas tank, and I want to tell people that I come across that I used to race, and then they can just fill
There
in the
you go.
blanks, whatever that means in their head. Maybe
And
I
then
was
be done.
pro, maybe I wasn't. Who knows? But I'm, just faded on this trail right now. Don't know
Oh
which
my
way I'm going.
gosh.
That's the dream. Okay, Dave,
Yeah.
I want to do a blind ranking, then I want to get out of
Okay.
here.
Yep.
Sound good?
Sound
All
good.
right, I've got 5 names on my whiteboard here.
Okay.
Same rules as last time.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You are not allowed to know what the theme is music,
Okay.
but you're not allowed to know what the ranking is, okay? So,
Okay.
we're going to start. Spots 1 through 5 are open. Dave,
Okay.
option 1, Steven Tyler. Frontman for Aerosmith.
4.
All right, 4.
Yeah. Respect
Okay.
him, but yeah, 4.
Option number 2, Chuck Berry.
I'm gonna say 5 only because I feel like it was before a good ways before our time,
Okay.
so not
All right.
as in depth with like the emotional connection as
That's fair.
So
All right.
okay.
Okay. Number 3. All right. Marilyn Manson.
Oh, don't hate him as an actor.
Options 1 through 3 are available.
I'm gonna say 3.
All right. So just a little update. Number 3, 1 through 5. 1 and 2 is still available. Marilyn Manson is at the 3 spot. We have Steven Tyler at the 4. Chuck Berry at the 5. 1 and 2. All right. Chris Brown.
I'm hoping you pick somebody that I really resonate with for the first one, so I'm gonna say 2.
Okay. All right. Chris Brown at the 2. Marilyn Manson at the 3. Steven Tyler at the 4. Chuck Berry at the 5. The theme, the large theme is music. That is not, however, the question. Dave, you didn't know this was the last answer, but R. Kelly is the last answer.
I see.
So, R. Kelly is at the 1. So this is Dave's personal rankings of, despite their checkered history, who he would prefer to listen to. So at the 1, we have R. Kelly, who we all know has a laundry list of allegations and complaints against him. Number 2, we have Chris Brown. I guess we'll just put Rihanna in quotes. That's description there. Marilyn Manson, of course. Very long history of SA and abuse. Steven Tyler at the 4. Honestly, this one I'm okay with because he was messing with underage people. And Chuck Berry at the 5, who, it was a different time, but the worst thing he did was filming in a women's bathroom with
Yeah, I'm not thrilled with my number 1 spot, if I'm being honest with you. But okay, we're and that's your blind rankings, everyone.
That's blind rankings that is getting cut.
Okay, I do have one question for you.
All right,
bring it back to Moto.
This is how you get. Yeah.
If PRMX came to you and was like, Jackson, we want you to field 2 amateur riders. You can pick whatever classes, whatever riders.
Okay.
You get full setup. I know you're not big into the full amateur scene, but if you can go back in time and pick, and you can pick the classes you want the kids to compete in, who are you picking as those 2 riders on your PRMX amateur team?
Is this all time question? Like
all time.
Dude,
anyone
I'm getting those Cheater Alessi bikes. I'm getting one of them Cheater Alessi boys in there.
Dude,
100%.
People don't understand how dominant Michael Alessi was.
We're getting the whole shot, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, that's never even a question. If you got the Alessis, there's not even a question.
Dude, whole shot, bang. That's Michael Alessi 1.
Yeah.
My second one would be Steven Culture.
Why does that name sound so familiar?
Dude, that is the friggin' light of my life, Star Racing alumni, Down syndrome rider
Oh, yeah, yep,
from the Pacific Northwest. Dude
yep,
rips. The dude rips. Put him in any class
yep.
you want. He's taking anyone
And
down.
dude, I will say, he did before he did a couple of the Moto Academy classes. Certain things with the form, you're like, okay, we can be better here. He's
Dude,
taken to the lessons pretty well.
dude, he's at camp again this week in like him and his whole family bought the passes to do like as
Yeah,
many camps as they want.
dude, he's
And
elbows up over the front, like, okay. I'm like, all
dude,
right, we got a rider,
thing,
dude.
the best thing, Mitchell has really, like, him and Steven are thick as thieves. And I say literally thick as thieves because they steal stuff. Just from around
Both
camp,
of, they're just both sticky fingers.
They're just they're just
Him and
both,
Mitchell.
it's a heist every day. But Steven, it was a big thing all week. It was like, all week at this camp this was in Spokane. They were like, we're gonna race. Me and Mitchell are gonna race, and he was like telling everybody, he's like, I'm gonna beat Mitchell. I'm gonna beat Mitchell.
Yeah.
And I can tell, like, Mitchell's like, yeah, he's probably gonna beat me, but at the same time, he's like, he might actually beat me. Like, it's one of those things. Dude, he had a full big wheel. He had a squatted, like, modded 125 so that he could reach the ground, but it was like a full, like, GYTR, like, Star Racing Yamaha build. It was the sickest bike ever. And every day at camp, at Moto Academy camp, they're fun. Go to one. Every day, at the end of the day, we do film study. So we have, people filming all day. Obviously, we put it together from the previous day, and then each group, goes into the tent, gets to sit down. We go through each rider with a specific section, and say, like, hey, here's what you're doing. Here's what you're doing. It's quiet time around the tent. There's motos going on at the track, but it's quiet time at the tent. Yeah. Dude, Steven Culture drove through the tent, just pinging that bike off the rev limiter. A modded, like, a full auto clutch Star Racing, Yamaha 125. Ding, 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 ding. I won! I beat him! Just screaming. Dude, it was the best.
That's
so epic, put him in there. Sign up, put him in there.
There you go.
He's going to win.
Okay, I like it. What classes we doing? We doing 85, Super Mini, 125? What classes we doing? Pro Sport.
Stamp put him out there.
Stamp it. Love it.
Stamp it.
Guys, we appreciate you listening. Again, check out partzilla.com for your OEM and aftermarket accessory needs, whether you're 2 or 4-wheel. Those guys will hook you up right. And of course, you want to come hang out with the team, get behind the scenes, and do the best VIP fan experience in all of motorsports. TheCollectiveXP.com. Get behind the scenes. Money goes towards the privateer teams that you sign up with, namely the PRMX team. And our internship program has helped dozens get their start in the sport, and we've landed so many careers in the industry thanks to this program. And shout out to Julie and the PRMX team, because they end up hiring a lot of our interns, and those guys are awesome. Appreciate them. Got to give a huge thanks to Jackson. Not only is he our guest for this week, but your boy is just round the clock editing video, and we can't thank him enough for all he does for us. And of course, we love it. It's a family here. Check in next week where we'll be doing some more of this, and we should just do like a prize giveaway on one of these. Like leave a comment or something, and like, yeah, we'll get some stuff away the next one, and keep everybody happy. But that's all for this one. Stay tuned for next week, and we will see you then.